The internet is exploding once again, and this time, the chaos is bigger, louder, and messier than anything we've seen in months. Boosie has set the entire online world on fire after claiming he has secret hotel footage involving T.I. and Shekinah. Yes, that kind of footage. The kind nobody ever expected to hear about, let alone see. And the second this rumor hit social media, everything went insane. Timelines blew up. TikTok spiraled out of control. Fans began digging through old drama, old interviews, old beefs, connecting dots that probably never existed in the first place. But the person hit the hardest wasn't T.I. And it wasn't Shekinah. It was Tiny. According to sources close to her, Tiny broke down the moment she saw the headlines. She wasn't just upset, she was shattered, overwhelmed, and blindsided. People online are saying she saw something that shook her to the core. Others claim this is nothing more than Boosie stirring the pot for attention. So what's the truth? Does the footage actually exist? Did something really happen between T.I. and Shekinah? Or is this just another internet-made scandal spinning out of control? Today, we're breaking down everything, piece by piece. The moment Boosie dropped that claim, everything shifted. It wasn't just another celebrity rumor anymore, it became a full-blown digital earthquake. People didn't even wait for confirmation. They didn't ask questions. They just ran with it like they had been waiting for this moment their entire lives. Within minutes, edits started popping up everywhere. Dramatic music, blurry screenshots, slow zooms, TikTok voiceovers acting like they cracked the case of the century. And the craziest part. Some people were already speaking about the alleged footage as if they had personally watched it with their own eyes. But behind the scenes, something else was happening, something a lot more emotional, a lot more real than the internet's obsession with creating storylines out of thin air. Tiny's phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Every few seconds, another tag, another DM, another comment pulling her deeper into the chaos she never signed up for. She tried ignoring it. She tried putting her phone down, taking a breath, pretending like this was just another rumor that would fade by morning. But this one felt different. This one felt heavy. People close to her say she looked calm at first, the kind of calm someone has when they're trying not to break in front of others. She kept scrolling, hoping to find at least one comment, one post, one message that wasn't dragging her name through the mud. But the deeper she scrolled, the worse it got. There were fan theories claiming she already knew the truth. There were people saying she had been acting off for weeks. There were old interview clips of her being stitched with captions like "she saw this coming." The internet didn't just speculate, it created its own version of reality, and Tiny felt like she was being erased from her own story. At one point, someone sent her a TikTok that had already hit hundreds of thousands of views, a dramatic montage of Shekinah crying in an old livestream, cut with clips of T.I. walking into a hotel lobby years ago. The video creator claimed it was proof, even though none of the footage was related. And yet, people believed it. They weren't just believing it, they were debating it like it was some kind of documentary evidence. Tiny watched the video for a few seconds, then closed her phone and covered her face with both hands. She wasn't crying yet, but her breath was shaking, the kind of shaky breath a person gets when they're trying to stay strong but their heart is slowly giving out inside them. It was too much. Not because she believed the rumor. Not because she thought there was any truth to what Boosie said. But because she was tired of being dragged into situations she had no control over, tired of being the emotional punching bag every time someone wanted clicks, tired of being the one the world pointed fingers at whenever drama appeared out of nowhere. Meanwhile, the rumor was growing faster than any of them could keep up with. People were now claiming they had seen the footage, even though there wasn't a single confirmed screenshot. Some accounts were posting made-up text conversations, pretending someone from the inside leaked the truth. Even bigger pages started covering the story, adding more fuel to the fire because once something starts trending, nobody wants to be the last one talking about it. Everyone wants their piece of the chaos. Boosie, on the other hand, seemed completely unbothered by the storm he created. He kept posting cryptic messages, laughing emojis, phrases like "I told y'all," which only convinced fans more. Whether he was joking or serious didn't even matter anymore. The internet had already decided what story they wanted to believe. And as for Shekinah, she went silent. Completely silent. No lives, no posts, no stories. That silence alone became a headline. People started saying she was hiding, others claimed she was afraid to speak, and some twisted it into proof that the rumor was real. Even though silence can mean anything, shock, confusion, frustration, the internet chose the narrative that created the most drama. But Tiny, her silence was different. It wasn't strategic, it wasn't for attention, It was the silence of someone who didn't know how to react anymore. Someone who had been here too many times. Someone who knew that no matter what she said, the internet would twist it anyway. And that's when the breakdown happened. Quiet. Private. Nobody recording, nobody watching. Just Tiny, sitting alone, trying to understand how her world once again became entertainment for millions of strangers. But what she didn't know is that the rumor was about to grow even bigger. And the next twist, even crazier than the first. People online thought the story couldn't get any wilder, but that's exactly when everything took a turn nobody expected. Out of nowhere, a voice note started circulating on Twitter. It was grainy, low quality, and honestly impossible to identify, but people claimed it was Shekinah's voice. In the recording, a woman could be heard saying, "I didn't mean for it to get out like this. I didn't know they'd find out." That's it. Nothing else. No names. No context. But the internet didn't need context, they filled in the blanks themselves. Within an hour, creators were stitching the voice note into dramatic edits with subtitles like, "She finally admits it," even though there was zero confirmation that the voice even belonged to Shekinah. But when millions of people believe something at the same time, facts don't stand a chance. Screenshots, edits, cropped clips, old interviews, everything blended together to create a story that wasn't real but felt real to everyone watching. Meanwhile, Tiny was being tagged non-stop in posts about the voice note. Some people were begging her to leave the marriage. Some were telling her she deserved better. Others were telling her to stay strong. And then there were the toxic ones, the ones who turned her pain into jokes or memes because that's just what the internet does when they forget there's a real human on the other side. Tiny's close friend said she went quiet for a long time, just staring at her phone like she was trying to figure out whether to laugh at the absurdity or break down again. It wasn't the rumor that hurt her the most, it was how quickly people were willing to believe the worst without even thinking twice. People who never met her were suddenly acting like they knew every detail of her relationship, her friendship with Shekinah, and her entire personal life. And while all this was happening, Boosie kept fueling the drama like a match being dragged across gasoline. He posted a cryptic laughing video, mumbling something like, "Told you they weren't ready for this," without naming anyone. Fans took that as confirmation. Blogs ran with it. Rumor pages spammed it. Everyone wanted to be the one to say, "We said it first." But the real twist came later that night when someone posted an old video of T.I. at a hotel years ago and claimed it was part of the leaked footage. The video wasn't even remotely connected. He was greeting fans and posing for pictures in a public lobby, but caption it dramatically, add a dark filter, put intense music behind it. Suddenly it looked like something else entirely. And that's all the internet needed. Even celebrities started chiming in. Some posted eyes emojis. Some tweeted random shady quotes like, "People always show their true colors eventually." And every time someone famous reacted, even without context, fans assumed it was about the rumored footage. By midnight, the situation had gone from a rumor to a full-blown conspiracy theory. Meanwhile, Shekinah's silence was making things worse. People were tracking when she was online, when she liked a post, when she stopped following someone. Every tiny move became a clue. And the longer she stayed quiet, the more people convinced themselves that silence meant guilt. But the biggest bomb dropped when someone claimed to have seen the footage and started describing it in detail, even though nobody else could verify a single thing. Yet somehow, their description went viral. People repeated it, added their own twists, changed parts, exaggerated details, until the story had turned into something completely unrecognizable. Tiny saw the fake description too. And even though she knew it wasn't real, it didn't stop the pit in her stomach from growing. Because in moments like this, it's not about what's true, it's about what people believe is true. She took a deep breath, wiped her face, and whispered to herself, "I can't go through this again." But little did she know, the situation was about to escalate even further. And the real shock, still coming. As the chaos spread across every corner of the internet, a new wave of drama began forming, not from Boosie, not from fans, but from someone nobody expected. A small blog account with barely a few thousand followers suddenly posted something that sent the entire situation into overdrive. They claimed they had received a private DM from someone close to the hotel staff, someone who allegedly saw T.I. and Shekinah together that night. No proof, no timestamp, not even a real name, but the claim alone was enough to ignite a fresh explosion online. The blog posted a blurry picture of a hallway, probably from Google, and said it was the exact floor where everything supposedly happened. And guess what? People believed it. They zoomed in, circled random shadows, pointed out meaningless details like, "Look at the reflection, that's clearly two people." The internet didn't need evidence. It needed content. And this rumor was feeding millions. T.I., who usually claps back instantly when his name is in mess, was unusually quiet. That silence became gasoline. Comment sections filled up with people saying, "He's quiet because he's guilty." Others said, "He's letting the truth speak for itself." Some waited for a song snippet or a slick punchline, but he didn't give them anything. And that silence only made the theories grow louder. Meanwhile, people close to Shekinah started speaking up in the background. Not publicly, but indirectly. One of her friends liked a post that said, "People will lie on you when they can't control you," and that tiny move became a whole investigation. Another friend posted a vague message saying, "Never let the internet tell your story," which people instantly interpreted as a response to the rumor. Soon, fans were creating charts, connecting social media breadcrumbs, acting like detectives in a crime show. But the real emotional earthquake was happening privately, behind closed doors. Tiny wasn't just sad anymore, she was hurt. Deeply. Not because she believed the rumor, but because the internet was dragging her into a story she didn't deserve. Someone close to her said she kept pacing around the living room, trying to calm herself down but failing every time a new video surfaced. Every update, every post, every notification felt like another hit to the chest. And then, someone sent her a screen recording from a Twitter space where hundreds of people were discussing the rumor like it was proven fact. They were laughing, analyzing, breaking it down like a movie review. One person said, "Tiny should have seen this coming." Another claimed, "They always looked suspicious together." Tiny listened to them talk about her life like it was entertainment, and that's when she felt something inside her snap. She picked up her phone, opened the camera, and hit record, not to post, not to go live, but just to get her feelings out. She stared into the lens with eyes still swollen from crying and whispered, "Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know my life. Every time someone lies, it's my home that gets hurt." She didn't upload the video. She just saved it and put her phone face down. She needed a second to breathe again. As the night wore on, the situation kept spiraling. A popular gossip page claimed they had exclusive details coming soon, which made the rumor trend even harder. TikTok creators were recreating fake scenes of what they imagined happened at the hotel. Reaction channels were making hour-long videos discussing the leak as if it were confirmed truth. And memes, thousands of them. Some funny, some cruel, some straight-up disrespectful. But the twist nobody saw coming was quietly building in the background. Because somewhere, someone had something new, something people weren't ready for. Not a video, not an audio, not screenshots. But a statement. A real one. From someone directly connected to the story. And when that statement finally dropped, everything would change again. And now, after everything we just broke down, the question becomes bigger than any rumor, bigger than any leaked audio, bigger than any blurry clip the internet decides to believe. Because at the end of the day, none of us were in that hotel. None of us heard what was really said. None of us know what actually happened behind the scenes. All we know is the chaos the internet created, and the damage it left behind. So now I want to hear from you. Not the fans making edits. Not the pages chasing clout. Not the blogs twisting every word for views. You. The real viewers. The ones who just want the truth. Do you think Boosie actually has footage? Or is this exactly what it looks like, another internet-fueled rumor that spiraled completely out of control? Do you think T.I. is staying silent because he's guilty, or because he's tired of fighting battles he didn't start? Do you think Shekinah's silence means something, or is she just overwhelmed like any human would be? And most importantly, do you think Tiny deserves the way the internet treated her during this mess? Tell me in the comments. I'm reading everything. Don't hold back. Be honest. Be real. Let's talk about it. And listen, if you want the next chapter, if you want the truth the blogs aren't telling, if you want the breakdown nobody else is giving, then do not leave without hitting that like button. It lets me know you're here for the real story, not the fake noise. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications, because this drama, it's not over. The next twist is coming, and when it does, I promise, you'll want to be here to see it first. So drop your thoughts. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.